Hello guys, how's it going? Whitestorm here from the RGN Chieftains, and today we're playing World of Tanks. Today you can see that I'm playing in the Leopard 1 Tier 10 German medium tank with a 420 average damage gun, widely known as a sniper tank. We are going to follow me here. Now, the reason why I've played or picked this game is I haven't played Tier 10 in a while, and I'm guilty of just grinding all the time and playing all the other tanks, and I get to tier 10 and I kind of stop playing. So I said to my buddy who's in the artillery, Ratty, I said, I really just want to play a bit of tier 10. I want to see how I'm doing. I'm on the improvement curve. I'm doing really well. I just want to play. So we did, which is fantastic. It's great having a clan where you can just kind of talk to each other, support each other, and help each other kind of get through the lulls of the game. So today, tier 10, went for the German sniper tank. I deliberately went for this one because I am very, very guilty of just driving straight into the enemy and just trying to beat them up. And I don't want to do that. I want to refine my game, and I want to sit back a little bit. I want to shoot some stuff and be a bit more patient. And I'm terrible for patience. Absolutely terrible. But this time, we're going to change. We're going to be a bit more chill. We're going to enjoy the game. So, you can see that we are playing our all tier 10 game. 2 artillery on each team, 4 heavy tanks, 4 medium tanks, 4 tank destroyers, and a scout each. So, you can see the chat is going wild because we've got a bad scout, apparently. Whether we do or not is irregardless. I'm going to take a few shots just looking at the map there, and I'm just looking for bushes and potentially where they might be sitting, just to get a couple of early shots of damage. They're completely out of render range, but you know what? I know where commonly people sit, so taking a few shots either side of the bridge just to see what I can get. You never know. As you can see, I've got a loadout of a couple of standard APCR rounds that come with the tank, and I've taken 40 premium APCR tank. Oh, and here we go. We've got our first potential shot. We can see the Leopard 1, the enemy on the cross the way there. Unfortunately, get a critical damage for him. 407. We low roll significantly, but you know what? It's at distance, and he gets evaporated pretty quickly. So we only managed to get one shot in. Right, I'm looking here and I'm thinking, you can already feel myself getting impatient. I'm sitting there and looking at the E50M and I'm thinking, I really want to be there with him. I really want to go. And he's asking me for help, and I'm like, you know what? All right, I'll come and help you. So I start thinking, I'm going to just push down here. Maybe we can get into render range and spot some things. So we've got the STB on the side there. We bounced the first shot. That's very unlucky. Game's sitting as currently of us having 2,400 hit points less. Take a shot on the move. It was a bad shot by me, but I'm just looking to close the distance, and I ram kill him. Bad choice there. I'm down to 433 hit points. Not the ideal start for a guy who's just told you that he wants to play chill, he wants to sit back, he wants to relax, he wants to snipe everybody in his first game of the evening in a sniper tank. But you know what? We've gotten rid of him. We've still got our scout. We are up 3-1. We've got 1,000 hit points advantage currently, 1,200 now, but that might change. You can see our heavy tanks in the bottom in the city there are advancing nicely, taking a bit of control over the city, and it's time for me to start looking at getting stuck in here, just poking over this ridge. Unfortunately, I can't see any enemies just now to play about with, so I'm just going to reposition. I've been spotted, so I'm going to use the ridge and the downward momentum just to reposition. Now I've got a mod on here that lasts for 10 seconds, and it tells me whether I'm still spotted or not. Now that's not a true reflection, and I have to be wary of that. I could still be spotted. It's unlikely though, and that 10-second counter is very, very helpful, and it's one of the mods I would suggest that new players get. So far we have come into a bit of an issue. In just that short moment that I was talking to you there, we are now 3,000 hit points down. Everything is going a bit Pete Tong. The heavy tanks have all pushed in like crazies, and unfortunately a lot of them have been destroyed effectively. Now I've gone for the there's a little ridge on the top of that FV215B, and you can penetrate it. Unfortunately, I didn't penetrate it. I bounced on a dodgy bit of it, which is unlucky. I managed to get another shot in there. We're up to just short of 1,000 damage. Pretty average game so far. Nothing special happening here. Looking for shots across onto the grill. Hopefully he crests. He does. I loop one in. Happy days. 202 hit points. Takes us just over the 1,000 hit point mark, which is brilliant. Now I'm sitting here thinking this is not good. The heavy tanks have all been destroyed. They're going to start... The enemy heavy tank's going to start rolling back in. We need to get these guys out as quickly as possible. Get some shots of damage in, maybe. And I'm looking at 60 TP. He's got 220 hit points. He can one-shot me. I've got 400 hit points. I need to start thinking about going back and chilling out a little bit. So I'm going to start pulling back out of the way. I'll let the other guys take the lead. I'm going to go into the cap and maybe put a bit of pressure on. There's nothing I can do there. I cannot push into them. Ratty's getting 300 and odd hit points down into them. I'm currently sitting on 3 kills and 1,400 damage, give or take. I think all of the enemy tanks are probably going to get the better of those 3 tanks as our scout goes down, and they're probably all cursing me a little bit. 780, the new tank that came out a couple of months ago, with the strange hull, is advancing down the way there, and he gets taken out by Ratty, thank goodness, because he had a pretty good gun actually on that thing. Good gun handling. I'm being told to cap, which is great because I'm already in the cap, or they're pinging me because they're upset that I didn't go and help them and all the rest of it. And we are sitting now on 46 seconds left to cap. Super Conqueror there. I whiffed the shot. That is very, very unlucky. I think, you know what, the Gorilla is just going to die. So I take a horrible shot from the E50, 393, and leaves me on 16 hit points. That is not good. I now have 16 hit points and 2 artillery guys to play with, and this is bad news. So I decide I'm hightailing it out here. I'm running away. We can't be doing this anymore. This is not cool. So I put bushes between myself. I use the ridges, and I just get away as quickly as possible. 64 kilometers an hour, pretty quick. I can pretty removable compared to E50 and the rest of it. So what have I got to think about here at this stage? I've got to think, goodness me, I need to spot. I've got people coming up and down. Let's just have a look at this shot. Fails to sink one in, but he cannot spot me, so I can spot them. So 2 terrible, terrible shots. And now I'm spotted, probably by the 60 TP. So they know where I am, and I'm kind of saying here to Ratty, I don't think I could do this. This is not what I signed up for. I wanted a nice game at the back of the map where I could do nothing. So, once again, I have to run away. So up the hill I go, and I'm pretty worried. Bit of spotting damage there. Ratty helps me out, hopefully slowing him down as I manage to run away. And I've just noticed the E50 is going to destroy Ratty effectively. He's got 225 hit points, and I can one-shot him. So, he's more than likely going to stick around and put some time in the cap, although I fully expect him to drive through the cap towards me. So what I've got to do is I've got to close the distance, I've got to spot him before he spots me, and I've got to take aim and shoot. He hits my track. Absolute disaster. I'm still alive. Not a disaster for me, and I get rid of him as quickly as possible. At this stage, I'm thinking, oh my bloody days. Cannot believe it. And then you see across the way there the Super Conqueror. So once again I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, sugar lumps, this is not cool. So I close up, I put bushes between me and him, and what I'm going to try and do is spot him through the bushes and shoot him so that he's out of the game. He's just driven straight down the middle. I should be good. I see him through the bushes, I take aim at his lower plate, I hit his lower plate, he's a one shot, he's dead. 245, done. Right, at this stage, through my mind, what's going on is the 60 TP is, you know, going straight down the one line. But he doesn't need to. He could actually think that I'm going to go all the way around to his cap. So I take a wide kind of stance. I've got plenty of speed on my side. He's a 60 TP. He's going to take his time. I've just realised I have 5 kills. I could have gotten a top gun. Gutted. But anyway, I'm going to drive all the way around as, out of sight, out of mind kind of situation. He's said that he might... Ratty has kind of pinged a bush and said, you know what, if you sit there, you might be able to shoot him. I've actually said to him, if I shoot him, he knows where I am because he can see from the direction indicator. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and cap because I don't think he can cross. I can spot him before he spots me, and it's just going to pull him around the park. I've got 4.5 minutes to go, and I want him to be out of position. I don't want it to be strong, so I decide I'm just going to go straight into cap. But before I go into cap, I just want to have a little look at the front of cap just to see if he's coming through the fields and the water, and whether he's going to do some damage to me. He is not. I've got decent spotting range. He's not in the middle of that field. So I turn around and I get into cap, and that is pretty much me going, I'm being a bit of a coward, but I think we can win this. This is me trying to say, I'm just going to make sure because I want the W. So I sit in cap, I put a destructible building between me and him, and then he starts the cap, and I've got more than 10 seconds between me and him. I am a very, very happy man because I can count, and I know at this stage that with 1800 damage and 5 kills that I have won this game. So basically, I'm just going to cap out. I even say in the chat there, I got 10 plus seconds, so we win. And very kindly, the Progetto, I believe, says yes, affirming with me that I am in fact correct, which is fantastic. You can see there the red base is in 40 seconds and I'm on 50 seconds. So I have just over 10 seconds ahead of the guy. The guy has decided he's not going to chase me down because he's not left the cap, and easy money. I'll take that with 16 hit points. Somebody farted in my direction, I would explode. So I am extraordinarily happy with that game. Altogether though, poor game from me, I must admit. Very poor. I wasted my hit points. I didn't do a very good job. I nearly got killed by the E50M, but still won, thank goodness. And so much for being a sneaky sniper at the end there. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. I shall flash up at the end of the video the end of game results, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.